I want to thank the Most High God for entrusting me with His Word to bring to you today. This is a short. I got a 15-minute break while I'm charging my Tesla. I'm at work, and I have a chance to reach out to you for 15 minutes. We're in Proverbs still, but this is not really a Bible study. I'm just going to use a scripture to go from here, okay? So here we go. This is the Truth Hurts, the activist show here, and it's just something to inspire you. Today my remarks today is I want to talk about this generation and how smart they are. This generation is smarter than the generation before this generation. This generation knows a whole lot more. The kids are growing up more smarter and knowledgeable than ever. I mean, we can get on a computer and don't know how to use it the proper way, and you can have a 6-year-old in the next room, and the only thing you have to do is just call that 6-year-old in the room and say, "Hey, how do you do this on this phone or iPhone or computer?" And they'll show you. They grow up starting at the age of 1, learning how to use software. My son did. So this generation is smarter. Yes, we do have a smarter generation. Don't look at me like that. Come on, y'all know what I'm saying. Come on, back then we didn't know things like they know now. We had to go research it, and it took time to go research it. We had to go to libraries. What we didn't know then, we had to go to libraries. We had books on shelves. How many of y'all got bookshelves now at the house? A lot of us don't have bookshelves at the house. We had bookshelves, encyclopedias, dictionaries, Webster's dictionaries, all in the house. I don't see bookshelves in the house no more. We had to have that. This generation is a whole lot smarter. Now, if we need to know something, ask the question. Back then, when we asked somebody a question, we challenged somebody with a question. I bet you didn't know, man, I bet you didn't know this and you didn't know that. I bet you that blah, blah, blah. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. When did you hear this? I did hear it. And then the next thing you know is we don't have that actual proof right in front of us. We have to go dig for it to prove our point. But now, you challenge somebody with a question, the first thing they're going to say is, "Let me Google it." Let me Google it. Only thing they have to do now is Google what they need to know. Right in that split minute, they're going to have their answers. So young people, this generation now can just Google something and they're going to have their answers. They're more knowledgeable than us right now. They have more knowledge. They know more things. That's how come they're always challenging us, parents. That's how come young teenagers always bucking the systems, the teachers, and the parents, because they have done their research when it comes to knowing things. We can sit up here and tell them something, and they'll go Google it. We have them in our conversations more. We have them in our conversations. They know what we talk about. Back in the days, I didn't even know if my mom and dad, I didn't know what they was talking about. When they had sexual conversations or aggressive conversations that had nothing to do with kids, they didn't let us hear those conversations. I never knew my mom used to get on my stepdad for mistreating me at times. She said, "Yeah, I just didn't let you hear it." Now, if you mistreat, someone mistreat your child, you think that someone mistreat your child, before you even question that adult of what that child told you, You're going to confront that adult and say, hey, you don't talk to my child that way before you even ask any questions because you believe the child. We can't confront our children no more. They know everything. They got Google. They can Google anything. They all in our conversations. We don't make our conversations private no more. Young people, this generation is smarter than the last generation. Come on, y'all, we have to admit it. But there's a but. You might be smarter. You might have more knowledge, but there's one thing that you lack. You might be smarter, but you lack judgment. That's the problem. Young people, you lack judgment. What's up, Bubba? TMW Money 3.0. What's up? Young people lack judgment. Yeah, you got all the knowledge. You can Google this. Yeah, you know all the conversations. You know everything. You got everything down packed. But when it comes to judging, wisdom, using your wisdom, that's what you lack. You don't have that wisdom. You lack judgment. You couldn't see that if you kept setting up that trap spot, that was going to get you 50 years? You couldn't see that? You got all those smarts. You got all those Google answers. I mean, you go to the website and you can say, no. I'm finna show you. I'm going to Google it and I'm going to show you. You challenge everybody with a Google. But you lack judgment. After you Google, you'll go right with your homeboys and go rob somebody. You lack judgment. You can't see that fentanyl that you trying to hit, that you want to hit. You can't see that it has destroyed a lot of your homeboys that you see walking around today. Why would you hit it? You lack judgment. You lack judgment. I don't understand. Yeah, you're smart. Yeah, you got all the book knowledge. And you even know the Bible. But you can't see. You can't see that if you keep messing with that same chick that keep getting you and put in jail, that won't even let you in the house and y'all both pay rent there, you can't see to leave her alone. You can't see to leave this guy alone. This man has beat you silly every single day. Every single day, and you can't see that? You can't see that if you keep hanging around with this crowd right here. This crowd that keep getting in trouble, keep getting caught up with the law, keep getting, everything. Every judgment that they do is wrong. And you're steady hanging out with that crowd. You can't judge. You don't have enough judgment to determine if that's right or wrong. Excuse me, young people. Y'all got the knowledge, yeah. Y'all got the knowledge. You know things. You know your cars. You know your books. You know your math. You know your politics. You know the military. You know the society. You know what's going on with Trump. You can give answers to all that because you be on Google. But you can't determine what's right and what's wrong. You can't determine what to do. You can't determine what's good for you or not. You'll dip into something that will destroy your life. You have no judgment. That's the problem with young people today. We're lacking judgment. That's the problem with this generation. It ain't just young people. It's this generation. We lack judgment. Yeah, you got Google. We can Google a lot of stuff, but we have no judgment. No, I'm not Kendrick Lamar, whoever is asking me that. I am not Kendrick Lamar. You know I'm not Kendrick Lamar. And I don't look like Kendrick Lamar. I know I don't. But I'm wondering, like, we got all this knowledge and answers, and we know everything. We don't want to listen to our parents. We don't want to listen to those who are in charge of us because we know everything. But what we don't have is judgment. We don't know how to determine on what's right and what's wrong. That's my 15 minutes up for the day. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to my show. May the Most High God continue to reign on us forever and ever and ever and never, never die. For he will live forever. For he is the Most High, and there was no God before him, and there will be no God after him. Don't forget about Proverbs chapter 12 coming up, Bible study this week. I've been ill. I've had some problems with my health, my breathing and stuff, so I had to kind of take a few days off. I apologize for that, y'all. But thank you for tuning in. Until then, build up your wisdoms, read Proverbs. Stay tuned to my show because I'm reading the entire book of Proverbs, teaching on that so that you won't lack judgment. Until then, peace out. Mwah.